The rule was suspended for a few minutes. We're going back to the agenda. Item number 5, public participation. I will entertain a motion to open the public portion. Moved by the Deputy Mayor, second by Trustee Gross. All in favor? Now the public portion is open. If anyone would like to address this body, you may do so at this time. Good evening.
Madam Mayor, Honorable Trustee, my name is Patricia Caldwell, and I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you on an election that has gone in favor of all of you.
Just a minute, Madam Chair. I will recognize you as the chair of the zoning board. So please, you state your name already. So state your address for the record.
Oh, okay, for the record. Thank you. 248 North Main, Spring Valley, New York. And once again, I want to congratulate all of you. I am looking forward to a harmonious year next year and the next couple of years. I would like to say to you, congratulations. We have chosen you to lead our village, and I hope that you will continue to lead it in a manner that we can be respectful of each other and to each other, and that we can take care of the village business. Keep our objectives clear, keep our purposes clear, and we salute you, we applaud you, we are your constituents, and we look forward to you serving us. And again, congratulations, all of you. And it's my pleasure to sit here and look upon you as our leaders.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, my name's Stephen White, and I live at 10 Garden Place in Spring Valley. And I would like to bring it to your attention that there are a number of people who are here tonight who are very concerned about what's happening at the Avon Gardens Apartments on the corner of Union Road and Viola Road. And they're worried that they're going to lose their homes, and they're worried that they're not going to have any place to go, and probably many other worries as well. So many of them have never been to a public hearing of this nature before, and may not be aware that this is a public hearing section in which if they have something to say, now would be the time to say it. So I'm hoping that other people who have a personal experience with what's going on at Avon Gardens will come up and help to inform the village board tonight about their concerns about what's happening at Avon Gardens tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. White. Anyone else?
Anyone who can for Avon, yes.
Hello, Mayor. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
My name is Don Thompson. I live at 145 Union Road, Apartment 10B in Avon Gardens. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on, but it talks about tearing Avon down. I've been there since 1980, 81 or 82. They're going to build new apartments over there, but you got a lot of people that we don't have nowhere to go because it's hard to find apartments and everything. We're here to ask you to find out what we're going to be able to get an apartment there or what. I want to suggest that they do it in 2 phases if it's possible, because they're going to the left side, they want to tear 4th and 5th court down. But you got empty apartments in 1 and 2, where I live. I got 21 apartments in my court alone that's empty. And we're asking you to find out what they're going to do. Are we going to be able to get those apartments when they get built or what? Because there's a lot of people that can't find places, and they're very hard. So I'm just asking to find out what's going on. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Congratulations on your term.
Thank you.
For years I've been watching Alberto Padilla, 151 Union Road in Gardens. Okay, for years I've been watching these people.
Hold on just a minute.
him to fill out one of those forms.
Can you please make the announcement about the forms?
Yes, please, whomever would like to speak tonight, so please find a form in the back, fill it out, and give it to the clerk. That goes for the previous speakers that we had before. Mr. White, if you're still here, yes, do that and. Yes, okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I've been resident of Avon Gardens for 34 years. All my family working there, of course. And actually, I was superintendent here for amount of years at one time. When it changed hands, it was time for me to retire from the place and go to the private sector, let's say. But I've been noticing lately, like, they have to repair a window in an apartment to somebody. They will remove a window from an apartment that is nothing wrong with it, bring it to a different section and board up the windows so it looks like it has to be condemned. They make it this place. Right now, I came home today, I couldn't believe how many boards are on the windows. Mm-hmm. This is happening fast. They just want the inspectors to see the place like that so they condemn. My apartment especially, anything wrong with my apartment. I got in my own bathrooms, I've done everything myself because if they don't do it, we do it. Because that's our home. But even though we're doing that, they don't care about that. They just want to condemn the properties. And we find that what they're doing to us is unfair. I don't oppose the future of Spring Valley. I mean, what they're trying to build is something beautiful, but who is it for? I mean, they already took off. I went around the village. I can't believe what I see. Who's letting this happen? I mean, they do anything they want. Is there money under the table? What's going on? Because if I have a little lot in the village and I try to build myself a structure, I'm sure the board ain't going to let me do it. Something is going to happen. I mean, if I want to add a little closet in the back of my house, I have to go for a permit. I doubt that's going to be approved. But look what these people are doing. The smallest little building, Union Road, there used to be a little brick house in there, a little brick school they converted to. What happened in there now? 2 gigantic buildings.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. We're gonna have a 3 minutes rule because I don't know if there's a lot of people wants to address the same issue. So I'm gonna let everybody speak. Then I will make a comment on that.
That's what happens. We only have a few minutes.
All right, thank you.
That's why we don't get nothing.
Thank you. Anyone else? You have the form?
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Natalie Lundy. I live 155 Union Road, apartment 5B. I lived there for 25 years. We, the tenants of Avon Gardens, believe that this was, maintenance was stopped 15 years ago because they want to tear it down and build new places, new apartment buildings for other people. Every time you call the office for any type of maintenances, they say that they will come, but nobody shows up. They say they have no equipment. If they do come, they do half jobs. And pretty much Avon Gardens is just run down now. It's not healthy for us to raise our kids or live with our families. So that's why we're here now. We gathered here a couple weeks ago. More than 27 members of Avon Gardens spoke out, but to us, we were told that it was just for the zoning. So that was approved. So now we're here to see if, what can you guys do for us? Because literally, half of us have nowhere to go. And they say they want to look for a place for us, but still, we haven't heard anything. So, like I said, my mother and my father have been there for over 30 years. My brother was raised there, I was raised there, and my 6-month-old is raised there now. So what I'm saying is, it's just what's going to happen now. Is there somebody needs to intervene because we don't know what to do. When this started, half of us didn't know anything. It leaked out through workers from Avon Gardens. So that's what we feel as if that they're trying to keep it a secret, come here, get the approval, and force everybody out, break it down, and we have nowhere to go. pretty much it. Like, if they come to do maintenance, it's half jobs. There's roaches, there's rats, mice, but bed bugs, everything. It's like, it's horrible, and I'm not happy with the living arrangements now.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Madam Mayor, if I may.
No, excuse me. I would like to all of the tenants to speak first, and then we can make
I
comments.
just want a precision on that, what you just said. How long you have been receiving maintenance of the Avon Garden?
I'm
Because
sorry.
I didn't get the proper time. How long have you been receiving maintenance?
Over 15 years.
No, how long have you been receiving maintenance?
Over 15.
Over 15 years.
That's
Over
what he
15 years?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
First off, I would like to congratulate you guys all on your election. My name is Rachel Assad. I live in 145 Union Apartment 11A. I've been living there for 23 years. Like the young lady just spoke, we all had many of us gathered here on many of the same issues that we're having. Apparently, for instance, in my apartment, when it rains in our living room. In the master bedroom, it rains in the middle of the ceiling, which is, we are on the lower floor. We've had the police department come to our apartment because we had several attempt break-ins, and the police had to contact the landlord to board up the vacant apartments because they found bats, sticks, and broken windows in the vacant apartments, which my mother had to pay $150 to change the lock. There was one year, it took a year and a half with constant phone calls and visits to the office about leakage and mold in my bathroom. That year I suffered bronchitis 3 times. When they came a year later, they painted over it. Right now in the dining room, it's like a speed bump. It's nothing but speed bumps on the dining room floor. There's leakage everywhere. They had asked us to transfer. When we requested, we would transfer to Royal Gardens or Rampo Gardens, which are in better conditions than any of the other apartments that they own. They requested my mother, what about Meadow Lanes? And my mother said, no, because they're in the same conditions as Avon Gardens. What I see is all these other apartment complexes are going to be a domino effect of them to have tenants transfer out so they can rebuild and keep saying, oh no, we can transfer here, we're going to rebuild. I request the first application for this rebuild of Avon Gardens. That's one thing. We've had several cars registered under our apartment, which does not belong to any of our family members in the household, and we're paying extra.
In your apartment?
Yes.
Okay.
We're paying extra to the point that my mother would deduct it from the rent. We've had people have called the health department prior to all these issues. I want to know what the health department has been doing, because if somebody's calling the health department and they're not being fined, they're not being, nothing's being addressed, something is wrong. If people are calling the health department and nothing is being addressed, something is terribly wrong. Our tax dollars are going to the village and nothing is being taken care of. And it's like we're all being charged constantly late fees when we're paying our rent on time. We have no hot water, broken stairwells in the parking lot. My neighbor and I, we sweep and mop the hallways to keep them clean. So I want to know, what can you do to help us in order to have us have somewhere to be able to live our lives in a safer and better condition.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Sister Prudy.
The clerk.
Hello. Hi. I'm Claudia Marseille. I reside in 145 Union Road, apartment 11E. And I've been a resident in that same apartment since my mom came from Good Samaritan and placed me in my crib. And for the first couple of years, Avon was a beautiful residency. What?
Excuse me, do not interrupt that, please.
Avon was a beautiful residency where you could actually consider it a home and not be embarrassed of the situation that you were living in. I know many months, within a year, that the staircase that leads up to the parking lot, because the only way from the first and the second court, the first court to get to the parking lot is the staircase. And several months in the years it's broken. And unless you take a picture and then, threaten them that you're going to call the health department, blah, 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 it won't be fixed. They'll put tape over it, leave it on months on ends, which became a nuisance because I myself could go up, but for the elderly, it's not easy for them, slipping and sliding, and then we have to take over to make sure that their garbage gets to the garbage can, which is all the way up there also. My whole thing is, I respect the fact that there is going to be renovations to a new place, but I want to know that if it's for us. For the simple fact that is, if you have your own home and you own your own home, if you have renovation, you're not telling me that you're not going back to your new home that's fixed for you. I want to know this is being fixed on behalf of us. You know what I mean? I remember they came a couple of months ago, and they came to the house. They were just finding a reason to come in. They looked around, they're like, okay, would you consider transferring? And I already had a rumor what was going on, what was going to happen. So I told them, if you're considering Meadow Lanes, no, it's the same condition. If you're considering Hickory, no, because it's the same conditions. If you're going to give me somewhere, I want somewhere that I know is a better upgrade and not a downgrade or equal. What's the point of moving? And then he just turned around and was like, oh, forget that I asked you. I just left it alone because I was like, as long as I have somewhere to sleep, then this is not an issue. 2 days before there was the zoning, that's when I found out about the issues about that they were planning on signing all this situation about a new complex and stuff, but no one had the courtesy to inform us. So obviously with the rumors that we're hearing about that the new residency that they're going to have, it's not going to be for the residents that currently live over here. It became a problem, like, all right, so since if it's not for us, and we already were told by word of mouth that you are planning to build this residency for people that are residing somewhere at this moment, that you want to put a whole place for them, where do you expect us to go? For the 15 years that they have owned this, the reason why they have any money or whatever the case might be is through our rent. Even though sometimes there were false charges, like late fees, when they know definitely there was not a late fee, we still paid it. And I feel like for somebody that's been there for over 22 years, going to 23 years, paying my rent as we're supposed to, making sure we're taking care of the house, even outside, exterior, the residents clean outside. We're the one that could, my mom, I used to tell my mom, they have supers for this. She goes and buy her stuff and clean the hallway, mop it, clean it. If there's like bugs that's been coming through the house because of the hallway, she'll buy something. I'm like, that's not something we're supposed to be doing. We're paying rent for this. Okay. Just like if you were to get a renovate in your house and you would be going back home, I want to know that once this is done and this beautiful new complex that they plan to have, we deserve it because we're the one that suffered for it.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Good evening. My name is Victor Garcia. I live in 151 Union Row, apartment 8A. I've been living in the complex since 1985. I have seen most of the people growing up in there. We've been forced almost to be leaving our homes to go places where we don't feel that are safer than what we already live on. We want to know what's going to happen to us, what they're going to do, if they're going to rebuild to give us, or they're going to move us, someplace else. And we have family. I mean, I have a daughter. A lot of people over here been raising our kids in there. We look for each other, kids, all the time. And we don't want to live in a place that we're not going to feel safe. So, we want a help from you guys to help us. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Go on, miss. Go on out there.
Good afternoon. My name is Gwinnett Lindsay. And I've been going different places. And right now they have an opening for Section 8 in Nyack, 15 Highview, and they're taking applications. I bought some applications from yesterday and gave out. But I want the people to know that they are taking applications in Nyack.
That's
for people that need it. And we need to do something for Spring Valley. I've been to Nyack, I've been to Haverstraw. I see the bringing in stuff that they building and stuff for the people. And I'm here to speak for the people. People is poor. And, you know, and the Bible says we have to help one another. And people need to get together and pull together and help one another. We live in the last days, you know, and it's a shame that people are losing their homes, their apartments, especially. And then another thing, I brought up an issue to you that where I live in Lakeview, a lot of people can't speak English and they need this stuff in French, so they know what's going on every day. And where I live, a lot of people don't know that, you know, and it's hard to communicate with the elderly. And this is the main issue. If they know what's going on in the community, they could speak, you know, in French. So I would really appreciate it if they would have the letters out in that for them. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben.
I will put everything in the intro.
Oh, wait.
Thanks.
Say hello to everyone.
Hello.
I don't live in...
Your name and address is
Oh, I live in Chestnut Ridge.
Your name and address.
My name is Theda. Theda. And my last name is Sally.
Very good.
I don't live in Avon Gardens.
Just a minute. Did you get the address for... No, that's too
32 Sutton Place in Chestnut Ridge. I don't live in Avon Gardens, but I'm there quite often. I have friends there. And I feel, and I've asked questions for quite a while, I feel that people there it's unfair to them. Number one, if you're going to build something, you would put these people in the houses, the apartments that are not built. That are not vacant.
Take your time.
Take your time.
The people you would put them in apartments that are vacant. And build.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. You would put them in apartments that are vacant and do what you have to do. You know, you got to remember, people are not stupid today. You're going to take these apartments, you're going to tear them down, and you're going to put other people in them. They're not for the people that are there already. Let's face it. It's a done deal. You already got the okay to do what you want to do, and it's going to be done. So let's face it. It's not for the people that are there. It's for other people. And we all know that. Like I said, I don't live there, but I know what goes on up here. All right? Where I live at, they already asked for my house. All right? But they ain't getting it. All right? I'm telling you just where it's at. And you know and I know there's no fools around here.
Thank you.
All right?
All right, thank you. Anyone else? Excuse me. I forgot the name.
Miss Sally.
Miss Sally. Can you fill the form and give it to the clerks for me, please?
One of these here?
Yes.
Sure will.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Right. My name is William Padilla. I reside in 151 Union Road, apartment 6B. Alright. I'm just here. We have all been informed about a renovation project for the Avon Gardens apartment building. Our main concern is where are the people who are currently living there, what are we supposed to do during this renovation? Renovation means they are going to be fixing up the place, which they have not upkept anything over the last years. We just want to know who is going to be residing in these new places and what are we supposed to do during this renovation, what is going to be happening to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening. My name is Amelia White. I reside at 10 Garden Place, Spring Valley, New York. I must say I'm very proud of you all today for paying attention. I've been here many times, and sometimes I felt like I was talking to the wall. So today, congratulations. You're listening, and I hope the people that are suffering or worried about whether they're going to have a home, I hope you really take that into consideration and you listen to them and make decisions that benefit all of the people. I think if the buildings were to be rebuilt, I think it would be a great idea if there are other people in different parts of the world who would like to come up here and live. It would be nice for the tenants at Avon Garden and these people live together. It would be a wonderful thing. Diversity. We always talk about diversity. There's no need to extract the people so another group of people can come. And I'm wondering, is that a legal thing to do? Is it legal to kick people out so you can have segregation? I think it's segregation. When I think about it, I think that's what it is. And we cannot go back. I mean, I think you have, as a board, you have a duty to make sure that when you make decisions, it benefits all of the people. And I hope and I pray to God that you will do that. I thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so that's...
Sorry, Madam Mayor.
That's Madam Chair of the Zoning.
I just wanted to say, because I don't think anyone here brought that up, those buildings are under Emergency Tenant Protection Acts, so they are rent controlled. So when they're looking to relocate, it's going to be extremely difficult to find habitable, clean places at the rate that they are currently paying or something that's affordable to them, because where they're looking may not be under ETPA and they may not be rent controlled. So while you're looking to assist, you have to keep those kinds of things in mind.
Thank you.
And I thank you.
Thank you.
All right, go on.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Angeles Padilla, and I live in 151 Union Road, 6B in Spring Valley, New York. I've been there for 31 years. Been there since 1979. My son was born in 1980. And I feel that what's going on, it's not right. I don't think it's good idea to push us out. Families that have been there for so many years. We've seen kids playing, seen kids cry. I see people pass away. I've seen so many things over the years I've been there. I took care of my mom there. My mother passed away. And it's been a good home. And it hasn't been bad. I've seen worse. But it's a home. And I've seen families, they all get together and visit each other. We ate all different kinds of kosher. I ate Haitian food. I live with Haitian people too. Puerto Rican food, American food. I mean, all different kinds of people live there. And like so many people live there for so many years that we know each other by now. You know, kids. My kids went to school with their kids, and their kids are married and have kids. You know, and it's very sad to see what's going on. I thought when I grew up in Spring Valley, I mean, this is my hometown. I was born and raised here. I graduated from here. I thought that Spring Valley was a place for all people to be here. I think we have a right to be here just as much as any other people. And I don't think that a whole street should be just one kind of a person. To me, I feel like this is a little bit like prejudice, because how are you going to just put a whole street, a block of just Jewish people and push out the Haitian, Puerto Rican, white, you know? I think this is something like Martin Luther King, you know? You know, black people can't go on buses. This is like prejudice to me, pushing us out just to have Hasidic Jews live in our land that we also have a right to be in. So the only thing I'm trying to say that I'm going to pray really hard because this is my town. I was born. I don't want to be pushed out of my land. I don't want to be pushed in a place that I was born and raised. And to me, Spring Valley is a beautiful place. And we can make this happen and we can make it work. Everybody here in this room today can make this place a beautiful place. We're not saying that we don't want a new home. Everybody, we're all human here. We all want new homes. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? And people do work very hard and pay taxes. And I think we should get something out of it because, we work very hard. We don't steal. We don't rob. We haven't killed anybody. And, I just hope and pray that everybody in this room would do something right for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none. First, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight to address this issue. Although the board, I myself aware because I keep in touch with the inspector of the village that reported to me at the last zoning. If I'm not mistaken, there were people who came forth to address this issue. And I thank you very much for that. There's a planning stage where an applicant can come either starting with the zoning and the planning board. However, this issue is not in front of this board, but we can address your concerns. Most of the people that spoke tonight, I can hear that, yes, you want to have improvements there because that place has been neglected, if I'm not mistaken, for 15 years. You want to see improvement. However, you're concerned about displacement or, most importantly, the rent control that Madam Chair just addressed. So what I did, I spoke with one of the attorneys to check on the rent control, how they can do that. So since the applicant is not here, I will ask the building inspector when the next meeting is scheduled next.
That would be the first Thursday of December, which I believe is December 1st.
December 1st.
December 1st. I would like people to come back and ask specifics. When I mean specifics, the concern that, okay, if you put me in a different place, will I have the first right to come back? Will I have that's privilege to come back? You must know what will happen next. I don't want you to deal with rumors. So I always said that to people. If you want information, you go to the source. So when the applicant is here, so you will come back with, like you did today, very calm, quietly, and stay focused. You ask the questions that you want an answer for. So I will be here to assist you because I'm interested in what's going on myself. And I think every single board members are concerned about it too. So we're not going to make accusations that it's going to be for one group of people. So we want to make sure that we all have our fair share. So simple as that. So thank you so much for coming to address the board. And I'm going to ask each board member if they have to make comments on Avon Garden. So you may do so at this time. Deputy?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And I would like you to direct the building department to have a full report on Avon Garden.
Very good. So are you taking note, Mr. Booker?
You got the note.
Yes, thank you. Anyone else?
Yes.
Trustee Dallum?
Mr. Building Inspector, do they have any special permit required for this kind of job? Did they need any special permit that they will come to us?
Excuse me, why don't you come for and you can address certain things?
Yes.
So people have to have a better understanding on what's going on.
Yes.
There's no special permit.
Come.
I'm a building inspector. In answer to the query, there is no special permit needed.
Okay, that's all I want you to say. That's all the questions.
All right, thank you.
No, I'm not done. Yes.